Grid control in WPF. By default, when we create a window, create any project in this WPF, this grid will be getting created automatically. So now, how to add rows and columns into this grid? First way we can add this. If you over the mouse here, let's say starting from row. If you carefully see, I'm hovering the mouse here on this window. Then along with my mouse, you can just see the small symbol of a plus sign. Just click on it here. I clicked here, so it is dividing my vertical height of this design into two parts. So that's why here you can see these two rows has been added. Okay, and these two rows has been added. If I click it here again, it will create one more row. So this is here, we can see this one more row. So this is row 1, row 2, and row 3. But in this XAML, we are not calling as row 1, row 2, row 3. We are calling as row 0, row 1, and row 3. Columns also, you can see just above to this grid. You can see I clicked here, then it is adding one column, and it is splitting the screen into two. So that's why this is a column 0 and this is a column 1. If I click here again, then it will add one more. It will add one more column. You can see here this column definition 0, column 1, and this is a column 2. One more if you add, then it will add one more. You can see here. Okay, this is the manual way of adding a column and rows into grid control. Manual way, we have only one way, and just we have to adjust this. We can adjust this width for column. We can adjust the height for this rows manually. So it will change. This change will impact here as well once we do the movement manually by using a mouse. Now we want to see how can we add these rows and columns by using a XAML code. If you type it manually, type through the keyboard, and how it is going to add. Okay, so I'm removing this. So just to add it from the XAML code, if I am removing this, so this old code we don't require now. I'll just remove. Now we are going to add it manually. So first of all, row definitions. Let's say row definitions which want to create. I declare row definition. Inside this row definition, we have to create a row definition. So, and for each row we should give some height. There are three ways where we can add this height and width for these columns and rows, or rows and columns. First is the automatic size. Say I'm giving this auto. Okay, automatic size, and I'm closing this tag for this row definition. So this is the first row. Now this first row has been covered the whole screen. Now I want to add one more row, then it will split. It will give. Now it is just added here. You can see just it is added. If now I remove just, and if I just add this same row definition one more time, then it is adding it here. But we cannot see because this is automatic size. So whatever the control we are going to add in this row 0 or row 1, that is going to expand this size automatically based on the control. It will expand. For columns also we can do like column definitions, and then column definition, and for column definition it is vertically going to split. So it is vertically going to split. So this width we are going to give auto, and just closing this tag. So one more column I'm going to add. So I'm copying this the same. This way we can add this rows and column here. Now this is the first way of doing it, automatic size. And if I want to add something into this row, so I'll just remove this comment, and so I'll uncomment this one. I'll uncomment this one and hello world. And this hello world, by default it will go in the first 0th row. By default it will go in the 0th row and 0th column. But I want to make it in the specific row and specific column. So I'll make it this grid.row as 0 and grid.row column as 1, or column as a 0 again. So this way I can make it this label has been added. Okay, so label is a hello world. So instead of hello world, what will give, this is a row 0, and column 0, this text, and column 0. If font is 20, let's make it 20. Okay, so this is in the column row 0 and column 0. And now is there any other way to define the size? Because this is automatic, so it will take the whole control for this row 0 and column 0. And if you want to give this manual or specific values here, let's say here I'm giving 50, and for this row also I'm giving, let's say this one I want to give this 100. And for this row, now you can see here it has been changed. Let's say first of all we'll give it 100, and second will give this 200. So you can see this is the first row height is 100 and second row height is 200. So this we have changed. The first one 100, second one is 200. And for column also, if you want to give this is 100, or let's say this is a 200, and this second first zeroth column is 200 and first column is a 300. So now you can see this specifically has been changed. And also we can just make it small, okay, so it will be visible for us, or we can make this 300 and this is the 400, so it will be more visible for us. So here also 200 and this is a 300. So this is the size which we are putting as a, this first one was automatic, second one is absolute values which we are giving in the second, and one more what we have a proportional we can give. So let's say this is star we have given, let's say first one is star and second one let's say 2 times, I mean 2 star. So it will change whatever the first row which we have given here, okay, and it will double it is a double size of another one. So proportional, so it is a 1 star and it is a 2 star, so 2 into star, whatever the star is contains, so based on this it's proportionally it is going to split in width. Also we can make it proportional. Let's say this is 2 star and this is let's say 4 star, 4, and this is a star. So you can see this 2 star and 4 star how it has been divided, or this is just a 1 star and this is a 4 star. You can see the proportion comparison with respect to this 1 star how much size it's occupied, and with respect to 4 star how much size it's occupied. Let's say make it automatic here, auto. This also will make it auto, and this is also auto. So change this auto to, let's change into this auto. And now we want to add multiple columns like this one, and if I want one more 4 labels, total 4 labels I want to add. I would like to add 4 labels. So this is in the row 0 and column 0. This will make row 0 and column 1. Here also will change row 0 and column 1. For next level also we are going to change row 1 and column 0. Here row 1 and column also 1. Here also we'll change this one, row 1 is row 1 and this is a column 1. So this way we can see that we can with respect to automatic sizing this will be visible like this. Okay, so this is taking the size based on the content what we have added. Okay, and at runtime if you want to see how it is looking, so it will not show these grid lines. It is not going to show a grid lines for us. If you see carefully, it is not going to show us a grid lines. And if you want to make sure this grid lines is visible, then we can add this one property, show grid lines equals to true. So once we do this show grid lines equals to true, then all these grid lines also will be visible at a runtime. You can see this grid lines also visible to the runtime. You can see here because we made this is true. Now if you change this to the star, then how it is going to take, let's see. So for each auto I'm going to change this to the star. It's also star, so it will take proportional size it is taking. So star, if you do this 2 star, then it's double of the first one. You can check for the row. For column also it's 3 times, then it will be taking a 3 times.